Battle of Chaos have changed the way Blue Eyes is played forever. This deck is god tier, and I mean it. Without further ado, let's begin! What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Sam from Team Samurai X1 here. Happy Tuesday! Guys, today I'm coming at you with a awesome god tier Blue Eyes deck profile post Battle of Chaos. In today's video, I'm gonna showcase you guys in-depth deck profile on what this deck does and showcase you guys two bread and butter combos that you guys can utilize when it comes to playing the brand new Blue Eyes deck post Battle of Chaos. Recently, the channel has been growing a lot, so thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for liking the video and subscribing. You guys are absolutely insane. And for those of you who don't know, my name is Sam from Team Samurai. Here on this channel, I'm dedicated to providing you guys with the hottest Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG updates, whether it will be pack openings, deck profiles, duels, you name it. We do everything here based on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. And also at the same time, quick announcement before we start with the deck profiles, I want to let you guys know that this Friday is the live box break for Battle of Chaos. So make sure you guys get your box breaks and join this Friday at 6 p.m. EST. It's a great way for us to hang out. Get your booster box today in the link down below. And I'll see you guys Friday on the live box break for Battle of Chaos. Also at the same time, guys, on Friday, I am dropping my limited edition Valentine's Day edition deck box. Only 150 of these are going to be available. So make sure you guys save the date, 9 p.m. EST. And once they're gone forever. So guys, save the date and I'll see you guys this Friday. All right, guys, without further ado, Blue Eyes take over for the TCG meta. All right, guys, let's do it. All right, guys, start with the monster real quick. We're going to play, of course, triple copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon. This card is obviously heart and soul of the entire Blue Eyes deck. The deck cannot function without playing 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon. So, very standard. Next, we're going to play 2 copies of Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. Only 2 copies of this card for the deck. You don't need to play 3 copies. It is easily recyclable using the White Stone Ancients from the graveyard, and it's also searchable off Melody of the Awakening Dragons. You can reveal a Blue Eyes special from this card from your hand, and this card can destroy monsters once per turn. So Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon is absolutely mandatory to play in the deck, and 2 copies of this card in the deck is the perfect ratio, in my opinion. So double alternative. Next off, for the 1-ups, we're going to play, of course, the 1 Dragon Spirit of White. When this card is summoned, you basically get to banish a spawn trap card on the field, which is absolutely phenomenal. You can also tag itself off into a Blue Eyes that's in your hand. Next, we're going to play, of course, the 1 copy of Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. Absolutely phenomenal. What this card does is that other cards you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent card effect. So whether or not it'll be your back row, your monsters, Blue Eyes Jet Dragon just protects everything. Okay, and the effect reads that you can only use each of the following effect of Blue Eyes Jet Dragon once per turn and only activate them while Blue Eyes White Dragon is on your field or in your graveyard. If a card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon this card from your graveyard or your hand. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles, you can target 1 card your opponent controls, return them to the hand, which is absolutely phenomenal. So it's a built-in battle protection, which is really, really good. Also, at the same time, while on the field, protects your cards from being destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So the Blue Eyes Jet Dragon is absolutely phenomenal. And the last Blue Eyes monster playing in the deck is, of course, the 1 Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. This card is absolutely mandatory to play in your Blue Eyes deck. It is a must-have, and what she does is simple. If this card is special summon, you can add 1 ritual spell or 1 polymerization from your deck to your hand. If you're playing the Chaos Max build, Blue Eyes Abyss Dragons just becomes infinitely better. But the most important effect is that during the end phase, you can add 1 level 8 or higher dragon monster from your deck to your hands. So this card right here is going to be able to search your follow-ups for the following turn, which is absolutely phenomenal. It can search basically any of your Blue Eyes cards. It can search Chaos Dragon Levianeer. It can search Chaos Emperor Dragon. Basically, all your follow-ups is going to be able to get access by Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. And what it does is that if you control a Blue Eyes on the field or in the graveyard, you can banish this card from your grave, and all level 8 or higher dragon monsters you control gains 1,000 attack. So Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon is one of those cards to get access to your easy OTKs for the following turn. So she's absolutely phenomenal, and it's a level 8, which is really good to bring out off stone, and then during your opponent's turn you can make interruptions while Abyss Dragon's on the field. And I'll showcase you guys the combo near the end of the video, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Next, for your support cards, 1 Chaos Emperor the Dragon Armageddon. This card is absolutely phenomenal. It's a free level 8 summon from your hand, which is insane. And also at the same time, it's pendulum effect. You can recycle your banished cards banished by Levianeer or the White Stone of Ancients, but it banishes itself from your banished zone into your hand. So it's a great toolbox card of the deck, and also at the same time, it's a free level 8 that you can easily search and also easily summon to get access into your ranked 8 plays, which is really, really phenomenal. So Emperor Dragon is absolutely a must-off. Next, Chaos Dragon Levianeer, searchable off Melody of the Awakening Dragons, an extender. and also one of those cards that actually helps breaks boards while going second, which is so good. And to round off for our big dragons, you're gonna play 2 copies of Nebula Dragon to round off for all the level 8 dragons you're playing in the deck. A Nebula Dragon is really good. It unclogs your hands with your Blue Eyes. It's just a really awesome extender that you can play in your deck right here. So next for your starters, one of the best cards in your entire deck, triple copies of Dictator of D. This card is literally the card that Blue Eyes was missing, and it's essentially a Magician's Souls for Blue Eyes. What it does is that while you control a Blue Eyes monster, you choose the attack targets for your opponent's attacks. The first effect is pretty cool, but it's not as relevant as its secondary and third effect. So you can only activate each of the following effects of this card once per turn. You can send 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand or deck to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. So it's a free extender that you can easily bring out from your hand by dumping a Blue Eyes from your deck to the graveyard. So it literally foolishes any Blue Eyes. And what this card's third effect does, that you can discard 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon or 1 card that mentions it. It targets a Blue Eyes monster in the graveyard and special summon it. So alternative, Blue Eyes Jet, Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. This card special summons it all. And the fact that it can do that is insane. It's one of the best extenders in the entire deck. And I'll showcase you guys a combo revolving around this card. And ideally, you want to open up with Dictator of D every single turn. And once you do that, you could easily just win the entire duel. So this card is absolutely phenomenal. To accompany Dictator of D, one of the main starter cards in the deck is, of course, Sage of Eyes of Blue. If you open up with Sage of Eyes of Blue and Dictator of D, it's a 2-card bread and butter combo of the deck, which I'll showcase you guys later in the combo segment of the video. Card's amazing. Search any of your tuners directly from your deck to your hand. And you can also search Effect Veiler as well. Next off, of course, triple the White Stone of Ancients. This card is absolutely mandatory to play in the deck. Recycles any of your Blue Eyes cards from your graveyard to your hand. And during the end phase, special the Blue Eyes directly from the deck. Essentially, specialing Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon from the deck during the end phase is just insane. And I can't wait to showcase you guys a combo near the end of the video. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Great toolbox cards for sure. And last but not least, the White Stone of Legend to round off for all the Blue Eyes and the Dragon and Tuner monsters that you're playing in the deck. And Dictator of D can discard this card to the graveyard to special summon Blue Eyes from the grave, which is really good. So triggering off this card's effect is absolutely phenomenal. Next off for your spells, the best searcher in your deck is triple copies of Melody the Awakening Dragons. You're not only searching alternative and Blue Eyes anymore. You can search Chaos Emperor Dragon. You can search Jet. This card is just so good. And I cannot wait to showcase you guys a combo utilizing this card as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So best search card in the deck. Next off, of course, your entire deck is basically level 8. So you want to play 3 copies of Trade-In. Absolutely mandatory to play in your deck 100,000% to draw 2 cards. Next, Cards of Consonance, only 1 copy. You can activate this card to send Ancients to just draw 2 free cards. And then last but not least, for your draw card, is going to play 1 copy of Pot of Desires. I don't know why this card went to 1. Maybe Konami's making some sort of other draw card similar to Pot of Desires, but who knows? This card is still a free Pot of Greed in the deck. And last spell card you're playing in the deck is the 1 Ultimate Fusion. What this card does is that it's a quick play during the main phase. You can fusion 1 fusion monster from your extra deck that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon or Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon has material. By shuffling the fusion material listed from your hand, field, and or graveyard into the deck. So this card is essentially Miracle Fusion for the deck, which is so good. And in addition to that, if you use Blue Eyes on the field, you basically get to pop X amount of cards on the field up to the number of Blue Eyes used while on the field, right? So you have 2 Blue Eyes on the field and you use Ultimate Fusion to fusion summon your Tyrant Dragon, you basically get to pop 2 cards on the field, which is absolutely insane. So Ultimate Fusion is good. This card is searchable off Predator Plant Verde Anaconda, which is why I'm playing it in the deck for quick access to OTKs. Next off, of course, for your hand traps, you'll play 2 copies of Effect Veiler. This card is searchable off Sage, which is absolutely phenomenal. You're playing 2 copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. And last but not least, you're playing 2 copies of Infinite Impermanence. Okay, guys? I feel like 6 hand traps is more than enough while going first. This deck is a going first deck, but you kind of want to have cards to counter your opponent while going second. And I think 6 hand traps is just the perfect number. And sometimes, yes, your opponent will make that unbreakable board. And that's why you got to be prepared to side games 2 and 3, right? So Imperms, Ash, and Veiler, absolutely mandatory to play in the deck. And last but not least, I feel like the best trap card in the game right now for any decks that can utilize it is triple copies of Skill Drain. This card is so good. And you guys already know, if you guys watch my Master Duel videos, you know how much I love Skill Drain and Blue Eyes. It doesn't hurt the deck at all. You make your unbreakable board, you negate everything, and then last resort, you activate Skill Drain. You're literally beating out your opponent with 3k beat sticks on the field, which is absolutely ridiculous, right? And there's not going to be a lot of main deck outs to Skill Drain. And once you activate this card and resolves, you're more likely just going to win the duel from there on in, right? So Skill Drain is just so powerful in this format. When you guys playing 3 copies of this card in your Blue Eyes base deck, 100,000%. So card is so good. All right, guys, off to your extra deck real quick. I'm going to play, of course, the 1 Blue Eyes Spear Dragon. Card is called the Tri Brigade Killer. one Azurai Silver Dragon, and one Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. Absolutely phenomenal. Really standard synchro monsters are playing in a Blue Eyes based deck. This card tags on to Azurai or Black Rose Moonlight, and Spirit Dragon negates graveyard effects, and this card single-handedly destroys pendulums. Black Rose Moonlight Dragon card's absolutely phenomenal. You tag out with this Bounce a Monster, which is amazing. Azurai is really great follow-ups to help you get access to OTKs. So card's phenomenal. Next off, you're gonna play the one Formula Synchron, really good with Haki Fibrax, and that's what this entire deck is gonna be revolving around, is Haki Fibrax plays, which I'll showcase you guys in the combo segment of this video. So Formula is insane, and Baronne de Fleur, this card is phenomenal. It's one of those cards you're getting access to during your opponent's turn for additional negates in Formula Synchron, right? Which is why this deck is going to be so powerful, because it kind of focuses on Spirit Dragon and also Haki Fibrax, get access to Formula Synchron and also Baronne on your opponent's turn, which is so good. Next off for your Xyz, one Dingirsu, and of course one number 38 Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. This card is absolutely insane. 2 level 8 monsters, which I highly recommend playing in the deck. Next off for your fusions, one Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Card's amazing. It's unaffected by traps, and it literally is an ultimate conductor triangle for the entire deck. It tramples over everything. This card is great to have access to easy OTKs. Also, at the same time, it's easily accessible using Predator Plant, Verde Anaconda, right? So Tyrant Dragon is nice. Next off for your links, the Verde. Of course, double copies, Haki Fibrax. I feel like the grind game with 2 Haki Fibrax is absolutely necessary. And if your opponent were to hand trap one and you're relying on this card going off, you can always use it for the following turn, the second copy of Haki Fibrax, right? So 2 copies of this. We're lucky that we have this at 2 here in TCG. So Haki Fibrax is just super duper nice. Take advantage of it. Selene, access code, very standard. You're playing Sage in the deck, so get access to easy Selene. And of course, the Hieratic Seal, Heavenly Spears, and the one Relinquish Anima to run off for all the monsters you're playing in the extra deck. So that's pretty much for the extra deck, guys. Let's go on with some of the bread and butter combo plays that you guys can actually have access to in this deck right here. All right, guys, welcome to the combo segment of this video. In today's combo, I'm gonna showcase you guys 2 bread and butter combos, which you guys can utilize when it comes to playing the new version God tier Blue Eyes deck. This is the most competitive Blue Eyes has ever become within the past recent years, man. The deck is so powerful, literally because of one card right here called Dictator of D. I cannot wait to showcase you guys some cool bread and butter combos in the deck. Before we get started with the combos, I have a couple announcements. If you guys want to join the Battle of Chaos live box break this Friday, be sure to join it in the link in the description box below. Spots are limited, so I'll see you guys on Friday for those of you who joined the box break. Number 2, guys, this Friday is my Valentine's edition deck box drop. Only 150 of these are going to be available, so make sure you guys save the date, 9 p.m. EST on Friday. Also, if you guys are wondering, Sam, what type of sleeves do you use? I use the best sleeves in the entire world, Supreme Pearl Premium Protection sleeves. This is my own brand of sleeves I've been working on for the past couple years, and I crafted the perfect quality sleeves for you guys to use. So if you guys want to help support the channel and try out the best sleeves in the entire game, guys, make sure you guys get your Supreme Pearl sleeves today in the link down below at tx1.com. All right, guys, don't waste any more time. Without further ado, let's begin. So first and foremost, you're going to normal summon Sage with Eyes of Blue, okay? Normal summon Sage, you're going to activate Sage's effect. You're going to search the Whitestone of Legend directly from your deck to your hand. Now what's going to happen is that you're going to activate Dictators of D's effect. You're going to send your Blue Eyes from your deck to the graveyard. Okay, that's your grave. To special summon Dictator of D. All right, now what you're going to do is that you're going to activate your Dictators of D's effect to discard the Whitestone Legend to special summon Blue Eyes back from your graveyard. Now, since the Whitestone Legend was sent to the graveyard, you're going to activate the Whitestone Legend's effect to search Blue Eyes White Dragon directly from your deck to your hand. Now what you're going to do next is that you're going to use Dictator of D and also Sage with Eyes of Blue. Link these 2 cards to the graveyard to special summon your Crystron Haki Fibrax directly from your extra deck. Now what's going to happen is that once Haki Fibrax comes out, you're going to activate Haki Fibrax effect to special summon the Whitestone of Legend directly from the deck. Now what you do next is that using the Whitestone of Ancients and Blue Eyes White Dragon, you're going to synchro these 2 cards to the graveyard to special summon Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon directly from your extra deck. All right, and this is going to be your first turn end board with just 2 cards. And you guys are probably wondering, Sam, what kind of end board is this? This is so weak. It's just Spirit Dragon and Haki Fibrax, and you guys are about to see what's about to happen. Now you proceed to the end phase. You're going to activate your Whitestone Ancients effect in the graveyard during the end phase to special summon Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon directly from the deck. Now, since Abyss Dragon is special summon, you can search a polymerization or a ritual spell directly from your deck to your hand. But unfortunately, since we're not playing any of that, we won't be able to search using Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon's effect. But it's the end phase. you can trigger off your secondary effect. During the end phase, you can add a level 8 dragon monster directly from your deck to your hand. So what you're going to be adding is the Chaos Dragon Levianeer for follow-ups for the following turn. Now what do you do next is that now is your opponent's turn, right? You have essentially 1 negate with this, 2 negates actually. You have 3 cards in your hand, right? Plus the additional 2 that you searched, which is really good. And it's your opponent's turn. What can you do your opponent's turn? With Haki Fibrax, you can interact with your opponent fairly easily, because what you can do now is that you have Spear Dragon negate in the graveyard and also a tag out into the Moonlight Dragon for an additional interruption after the graveyard negate, or an insane follow-up with Azuri's Silver Dragon. So this card can tag into this, or it can tag into Azuri's. So essentially, this card alone is 2 interruptions already built in 1. Next, you can activate Haki Fibrax effect to banish this card, to special summon Formula Synchron directly from your extra deck. Now, Formula Synchron gets to draw 1 card. So you're drawing 1 free card right here off Formula Synchron. And now what you can do is that you can activate Formula Synchron's Quick Sync effect to sync Abyss Dragon and also Formula to the graveyard to special summon Verone, the Fleer. Alright, guys. So now you have an additional interruption. So 3 interruptions, just 2 cards. And look how many cards you have in your hand. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cards in your hand, and you're drawing for turn for the 7th card. So this is kind of like the bread and butter combo that you want to try to utilize when it comes to using this deck right here. You want to get access to Spear Dragon and also Verone, the Fleer, on the very first turn with the 2-card bread and butter combo. And now what you can do for follow-ups, that you can activate Blue Eye Spear Dragon if you didn't tag it out into Azuri's, which is really good. And now during your turn, what you can do is that you can obviously draw an extra card. Azuri is going to trigger its effect to revive back Blue Eyes from your graveyard. This has a pop, which is absolutely insane. And it also has a negate if you haven't used it yet. And then now you can just go Chaos Dragon Levianeer. You can go Chaos Dragon Levianeer. You can banish Dictator of D that's in your graveyard. This card's a dark and 2 other lights to pop cards on the field, which is absolutely insane. So you're going to be able to break your opponent's boards. Now what you can do is that you can banish the Abyss Dragon from your graveyard to make everything gains 1,000 attack. And then you can basically put this in attack mode. This will gain 1,000 boost. This will gain 1,000 boost. And now what you can do next is super duper simple. If you have Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon, you can reveal Blue Eyes, special them alternative, make Dingirsu. That's 4 cards you're going to be able to break your opponent's boards with. And now you enter the battle phase attack with everything. This is just off 2 cards, by the way, with these many cards that you have in your hand. But this is what you're going to be looking forward to every single turn once you set that up. Like, this is insane. Off 2 cards, by the way, guys. 2 cards with this many cards in your hand. Like, this is ridiculous. All right, guys. The last and final combo is 100,000% the God combo of this deck. If you open up with Dictator of D, Sage, and Melody, you literally just might as well have all 5 pieces of Exodia, okay? If you're normal summon Sage, activate Sage's effect. You're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to search the Whitestone Legend directly from your deck to your hand. Now what you do next, you're going to activate Melody of the Awakening Dragons, discard the Whitestone Legend to the graveyard to search Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, and also Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon, directly from your deck to your hands, okay? Now what's going to happen is that the Whitestone Legend is going to trigger off its effect to search Blue Eyes directly from your deck to your hand. And remember, guys, you have 2 other cards in your hand as well during this point right here. Now what you do next is simple. You're going to activate your Blue Eyes Alternative to reveal Blue Eyes in your hand to special summon alternative. And now what's simple is that you can activate your Dictator of D by sending Blue Eyes to the graveyard to special summon itself from the hand. Now what you can do is that you can activate Dictator of D to discard Blue Eyes to revive Blue Eyes that's in your graveyard. Now it's very simple. You're going to use Sage and Dictator of D, send these 2 cards to the graveyard to link summon into your Crystron Haki Fibrax. Right? This card is like the bread and butter card of your entire deck. Haki Fibrax summons out. You are going to special summon, of course, your Whitestone of Ancients directly from the deck. Now what you do next is using the Whitestone of Ancients and also Blue Eyes, synchro these 2 cards to the graveyard, special summon Spear Dragon right here. Now what you do next is that you can banish a Light and Dark. You're going to banish Dictator of D and the Whitestone of Ancients. No, actually, you're going to banish Sage with Eyes of Blue. Okay, banish 2 cards to special summon Chaos Emperor Dragon Armageddon directly from your extra deck. Now using these 2, you're going to overlay for number 38 Titanic Galaxy right here. All right, this is off 3 cards. You have literally 3 negates right now during the end phase. Of course, Whitestone of Ancients is going to trigger off its effect. You are going to special summon Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon directly from your deck. Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon will trigger during the end phase to search Chaos Dragon Levianeer directly from your deck to your hand. During your opponent's turn, you can activate Haki Fibrax to tag out into Formula Synchron. Formula Synchron effect, you draw 1 card. Doesn't matter what you draw. Activate Formula Synchron, Quick Sync this and Abyss Dragon into Berone. And right here, you have 4 disruptions right here, which is absolutely insane. For the following turn, you can activate Blue Eye Spirit during the end phase after using the gates. Summon Azurize. And now on your turn, okay, Azurize is going to activate during the standby phase. Revive back Blue Eyes from the graveyard. And it's pretty much going to be the exact same thing with Levianeer. Literally this, Dingirsu, and look at that, guys. The following turn. If this is not scary, then I don't know what is. This is the God combo with, of course, number 38. And in the following turn, you got Dingirsu as well. And the follow-ups in the graveyard with Ancients. And also the Abyss Dragon is insane too. It just boosts up everything on the field, which is absolutely phenomenal. So that's pretty much it, guys. This deck is insane.